take gang. Listen bro, today for some reason I'm in a good mood, so make sure you don't break it. Anyways, today I'm gonna be splitting out the sauce of making fire 2000 R&B type beats from scratch. And like always, I'm gonna start from the melody and all the way up to the drums. And speaking of drums, last week I dropped my brand new early 2000 x 50 Cent drum kit Tycoon that will specifically allow you to make the style of beats that will be covered in today's video. So if you wanna replicate the same exact quality of my sound, check the first link down below in the description. Trust me bro, you'll thank me later. And if you're ready, let's get into it. Alright, first thing first, I set the tempo of the project at 98 BPM, which is the tempo of the melody. And as you can see, I use the A minor scale. So the first element I use is an acoustic guitar from Xenology, which is called literally nylon guitar, simple as. And this is the way it sounds. So the first 4 bars are very simple and very repetitive in themselves. The only difference that we have is the 4th bar over here, where we have this variation of notes. And then on the next 4 bars, we have a slight variation on the 3rd and the 4th bar. See what I'm saying? Just to keep things more interesting. And then for the mixing of the sound, we have a stereo enhancer in which I phase the sound more to the right and EQ with a simple cut on the low end. And then if you look over here on the stereo separation, I actually spread out the sound quite a lot because I really wanted it to be wide, especially because there's another sound, another guitar that I used which is more mono, and I didn't want the sounds to clash with each other. Now next element are some ensemble strings still from Xenology, which are called AX string staccato. So what I did here was to start with a simple chord progression of A minor, and I've actually used the E, A, C, and E, and then I repeated the same chord progression on the 2nd bar as well. And then we have another chord progression by the end of the 2nd bar, but I removed the E note so that we have a simple chord progression like this. And then the chord progression changes on the 3rd and the 4th bar. We have this one right here, which is made by F, A, D, and F. And then what I did on the 4th bar was to use the same chord progression and changing the bounce of it for 2 shots like this. And then what I did was to move the F notes into the E so that we have this chord progression. And then finally we have these notes over here, which I actually used in another part of the melody, which I'm gonna show you later on. Then we have pretty much the same thing, even though I actually made some variations over here. For example, on the 6th bar we have this variation like this, which is basically the same chord progression that we have over here, coupled with some notes. And then I added another variation with this chord progression. And then on the 8th bar I changed the rhythm of the pattern like this. And you might be asking yourself the reason of these many variations. Bro, my secret when making these kind of melodies is to have basically the same bounce, the same vibe of the melody, by giving a little bit of variation every certain amount of bars, just so you keep things interesting and you don't get the listener bored. And for the mixing of the sound, we literally just have a velalo room just to have a little bit of reverb, nothing too crazy. Now next element is another guitar from Ilya Efimov, and I used the main preset because it was good. And if you notice, they kind of replicate the same chord progressions that we have in the ensemble strings, even though I actually removed some notes. And another thing that you can notice here is that I moved the notes a little bit just to have that human feeling of actually playing the guitar. And then by the end of the 2 bars, we have another note on top, a simple A note over here. And this is what we got so far. Now, like I said before, I used 2 guitars for the sound of the melody. We have the main guitar and the other one in the background. I actually started with the other one in the background, which I showed you at the beginning. Now we get into the main guitar, which is still the nylon guitar from Ilya Efimov with the main preset. So all I did here was to copy and paste the same piano roll that we had on the first guitar. But the main difference here is that the melody will sound much cleaner. And for the mixing of this guitar, we simply have a cut on the low end, and again a slight phase offset with the stereo enhancer just a little bit towards the right. And if I look over here, I move the sound more towards the mono, because if you remember, we had the other guitar more towards the stereo, and I wanted this one to be more mono so that they both can complement each other. Now, next element still from Ilya Efimov, but in this case I used the Nolan guitar Spanish preset, and I made this piano roll right here to compensate the gaps of the other two guitars. And if we combine them, that's the way they sound. You see what I'm saying, bro? This is quality, man. Quality. You feel me? Alright, next element of the melody is the bass, and I use the finger bass still from Xenology. And as you can see, I wanted to experiment a little bit with the piano roll of the bass. I didn't stay too static. I wanted it to be more dynamic. So, do you see? That's the reason why the piano roll looks like this. But let me showcase it to you. So as you can see, the intention here was to kind of follow and match the vibe of the melody. I didn't want to go too crazy, but at the same time I wanted to have different variations of notes. And for the 808, we have a cut on the low end, a little boost over here in the mid section, and a boost on the low end at 110 hertz. And then we also have a compression of the sound because it had like spikes up and everything. I didn't want it to be too crazy in terms of volume. I wanted it to be linear, and then I really pushed the sound towards the mono like fully. Now the sauce, bro, like the sauce, man. I'm talking about the sauce, bro. These strings, man, they sound so legit, and bro, that's the way I use them. My G, nasty, bro. Like, bro, clean, bro. What to say about the strings, man? This just sound clean. Like, this just sound clean. There ain't shit to say, bro. Like, this just sound clean. All right, for the mixing process, as you can see, we got an EQ, bro. Don't worry, it is nothing too crazy. I just cut the low end and I reduced the frequencies over here because for some reason I didn't want them. And here I reduced these ones because I had the guitar playing around this area here. But then I boosted the proper high end of the frequency of the sounds. Then we got a reverb, and then again we have a little bit of compression. Now, final element of the melody, bro, I love using the sound is the chimes. They always sound legit with these kind of melodies. That's the way they sound, so that they give that nice refreshing kind of feeling to the melody. If that makes any sense, bro, I don't know. So once I had all the elements that I needed for the melody, I started to arrange the patterns, and as you can see, we have a break. And like I always say, bro, play around with the patterns. There isn't really a rule, but my rule is to have some sort of change every 4 bars. So for example, here after 8 bars we have this break like this. You see, so that basically we have some sort of bridge, and then we get into like again the hook of the melody. And then here after the 16 bars of the melody, we have a calm, chill and relaxed part of the melody like this. But yeah, man, of course, like always, there ain't really a rule for this. Like, it really depends on the vibe of the melody, your vibe and whatever. And now I'm gonna let you listen to the full melody. So of course, when it comes to the drums, you can use the best drum kit in the game, which is called Tycoon, bro, by of course your boy. Link in description, man. So the first thing that we're gonna do is the housekeeping, and we're gonna put the master channel preset, of course, into the channel. And same thing goes for the melody as well. We're gonna put the melody preset Bam, simple as. And yeah, let's look for a snare or rim, something like that. We're going for Chanel, you feel me? We're gonna put one here and then here, and then here again. Yeah, we're gonna duplicate the same thing. I don't really wanna go too crazy. Yeah, this should work. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. We're definitely gonna copy the whole thing for the rest of the 8 bars. Alright, since it's an R&B beat, I don't really wanna spend too much time to put in too many weird sounds, so I'm gonna get straight into the kick. I'm going for a champagne, man. So of course we're gonna put the kick channel preset, and we're gonna say chain it with the melody, of course. Alright, let's now put some perks, some open hat, some hi-hats, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna duplicate this thing. Yeah, that's fire. Yeah, this one's cool. Bro, listen, man, I'ma keep telling you, bro, this kit is the best kit in the game, man. You cannot go wrong. Like, bro, literally any sound you put in the kit is legit. It fits the beat. It doesn't matter where you put it, how you put it, bro. You literally put like 5 sounds and the beat is done, man. You feel me? Alright, let's put some perk loops so that we can enhance the second part of the drums. I think I'm gonna only use the first half of the perk loop. Fire, man, fire, fire, fire. So at this point, of course, bro, we're gonna add the 808, you feel me? So let's get into it. All right, we're gonna use the dealership 808, and of course we're gonna apply the 808 preset. So here we're gonna follow the same rhythm of the 808, and if you remember, we had a no over here like this. That's fire, man. Alright, for the arrangement, as usual, we just have the melody of the beginning here with the transition of the low end, and then here I want to have some sort of a bridge, and I've only used the hi-hat pattern with the 808. And here, if you notice, I actually changed the piano roll just to have, you know, the intro, and just to not have the same exact piano roll of the drop. And then before the beginning of the drop, I wanted to kind of gas up the beat a little bit, just like this. Very simple, and then the beat basically starts. And then if you look over here, we have a break of the patterns, just because I wanted to, you know, just kind of get that nice transition into the next 8 bars of the beat. And I've also used some more effects over here. I use this effect right here, and then pretty much that's the structure of the beat. And then we have the part of the beat without the 808 and without the kick as well, and pretty much that goes on for 4 bars. And then I put the kick, and then the beat actually starts again. Alright, I'm gonna let you listen to the full beat, bro. If you haven't copped Tycoon yet, make sure that you do it right down now, bro, because man, this kid is insane, and I'm gonna keep showing it to you with these tutorials, bro. First link in description. Don't forget to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed today's tutorial. Follow me on Instagram at Stepuz, and bro, I'ma see you on the next time. Bye.